Go ahead,
Sir,
Anya.
Sir, from today's story, I understood that whoever stands up for Dharma, they will always prevail, sir. Like how Arjuna, he was actually Pandava, but he didn't. At one time, when Gandharva king just shouted, "Why are you coming? This is Ganga. This is I'm. You can't come in the evening." He shouted. Arjuna did not shout back, but said it in a polite way. He did not want to hurt him when the Gandharva king was not hurting him. So he was trying to be as good as possible and as peaceful as possible instead of having violence. So he wanted to first give the Gandharva king a chance. He didn't shout like, "Why are you not letting us into the Ganga river? It's not your river. Just because it's in your kingdom." He didn't like shout like that. He was told in peaceful way, which was good for everyone. But still, some people who at first they're filled with pride. Oh my God, I'm full of skill. I'm really good at doing something. I will be able to defeat anyone in my way. They will think that they'll be their head will be like filled with that thought, and then they will start showing pride on others, and everyone Arjuna will dressed up like Brahmins. So everyone thought he was like, "Oh, these are Brahmins. They can't do anything to me. They can't kill me. I will show my pride on them." When they started entering, he started shouting. So, but then Arjuna was very strong. So he showed his pride actually, how he actually was, and he showed it out to everyone that nobody should not have any pride or glory in them until they have done something big. Even if the Gandharva king did something big, he should have not said all that glory, because first he should know someone's intentions before going. Arjuna didn't know that his wife. Otherwise, he would have not even entered the pond, Ganga. Sorry, he would not even entered Ganga. But what he didn't see all the people. He just saw the Gandharva king, thinking he's just like standing there for a bath. He just thought that. Otherwise, he would have not entered. So you should first get to know someone's intentions before doing anything.
Very nice, Anya. Very nice. Very well said. Thank you, Anya. Yes, Manya.
So this is one lesson. The other lesson which we could learn from this is forgiveness. Yes. Arjuna was on the verge of killing this person, but then he still forgave him. So let us assume Arjuna didn't forgive and he went on to kill Angaraparna. So what would have happened then? So probably his wife would have cried, and he would have felt that power inside him. Oh, I killed another Gandharva. Wow, I'm so powerful. But one thing which he would have definitely missed is the power of Chakshushi. He wouldn't have got that. So when we forgive somebody, like for example, how Arjuna forgave him, he got such a great power. So even in Krishna Leela, after Krishna dances on Kaliya and he's about to kill Kaliya, Kaliya's wives come and beg for forgiveness. Please leave Kaliya. He has children and wives, and it's because of Garuda that we had to find here. But still, it's his evil behavior that made him to do this. We are very sorry. So at that time, Krishna let him go. So when God himself is forgiving everybody who is asking for forgiveness, till the end moment, he was ready to forgive Duryodhana also. When God himself is ready to do that, we are just a tiny part of him. But whenever we have some grudge on somebody else, like for very small things, for very small mistakes they've committed, we don't feel like forgiving that person. So one more lesson is that we must forgive people. We may not get rewards, or we may get rewards instantly, but still forgiving is the right thing to do.
Excellent. Very nice. Very nice.
Vijayji, can I share one more thing if we have time?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Chakshushi.
What is that, Anya?
So what is chakshushi?
Chakshushi. Chakshushi means inside, to see. Chakshush means eyes. Chakshushi means to see, the inside. So for example, somebody may just look at the wrapper and say, oh, this is useless. But somebody may open it and find out what is really inside. So that is chakshushi. So the real chakshushi for you is your intelligence. To understand this world, to realize the truth, that insight is what is true insight, true power. So the true intelligence, the wisdom to realize your true self, that is the true chakshushi. Are you clear? Anya?
Sir?
Are you clear?
Yes, sir, but I have one more doubt.
Yeah. Can we complete Manya's understanding and then we'll come back to your question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Manya, please go ahead.
From the second story, like if we go to the previous series, like about Duryodhana, about Drupada and King Draupad, their friendship, like Dronacharya and Drupad.
Dronacharya and Drupada, yeah.
Drupad, yeah. If we look at their friendship, so they were very close to each other from in the childhood days in their ashram. But as they grew up, the pride and ego in the king, it grew as a king because people started respecting him. So that led to controversies and fights between them. And it was all started by the king and not by the sage. But even if we look at it, even the sage Dronacharya wanted to seek revenge. So in Mahabharata, we can see there are 3 types of friendships. The first one is Vifala Sneham, which means a friendship which is a complete failure for the individual and also to the society. Like if you look at their friendship, it did nothing good to the society. But apart from that, their friendship led to the end of both of them. Like in the Mahabharata war, it was their friendship and how the ego clashes between them. It led to the end of both of them, like led to death of Drona and also led to the death of Drupada. The second friendship is about Duryodhana and Karna. So they were very good friends till the last breath. They always supported each other no matter what. But this isn't a good kind of friendship too. It's a Safala Sneham. It is a successful friendship, but it can only get success and goodness to the individual for a very short period of time, and it will never do good to the society. It was because of their friendship. It led to disrespecting a woman who was from a very who was also worshipped as a goddess in some places, like we can see Draupadi. They harassed her. It was because of their friendship. Karna supported Duryodhana, and in the same way, you could
also say that their friendship was out of need for something. They wanted to get something. Karna wanted the respect in the kingdom. Duryodhana wanted power.
Right. So it wasn't heart to heart friendship. It was needs. Also, real friend is the one who shows you the mirror. See, this is who you are. You need to correct in few areas, but you're really good at these areas. But Karna wasn't such a friend. He just went on accepting, yeah, Duryodhana, you're great. Come on, let's do that. Okay, we'll do that. But there's this third type of friendship, which is considered very divine. That is the Sufala Sneham, which is both successful and it brings good to the individuals and also to the entire society. So there are 2 instances where we see this kind of friendship between Arjuna and Krishna, and between Krishna and his childhood friend Sudama. So both of them, they were good friends till their last breath, but also their friendship led to the goodness to the society. Like Arjuna. Because Arjuna was in a dilemma, he didn't just say, okay, leave it. He said, fight for dharma. You have to do this. And he told him the truth. He showed him the mirror. See, this is where you are. You have pride. But then he started reciting the entire Gita for Arjuna to go to the right path. He made him understand. So that is in a way very nice. Next, if we look at Sudama, Krishna gave lot of wealth to Sudama. And Sudama, unlike if somebody else, all of a sudden, if they would have become rich overnight, they would have used it for partying and, you know, lavishly living their life. But Sudama, he used all his wealth to preach people, to spread the goodness of Krishna and his knowledge. So in that way, many people were benefited by the third type of friendship. So we must also try to be that kind of friends to the people around us. We must try to inculcate this, and we must avoid the first two kinds of friendship, because that not only brings good to the society, but it majorly impacts us as an individual too.
Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Vipala,
Thank you,
Sapala,
and Sufala.
And Sufala. Sufala is the highest. Very nice. Very said. Well said.
Sir.
Thank you, Manya.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, Anya. Now you can tell your question.
Sir,
Yeah.
I didn't understand, sir. In the story,
Yeah.
when Arjuna was about to kill, did the wife get to know the situation, or did she just like think that, oh my God, my husband is dying, I should go save him?
So what is your question? Can you please repeat the question?
Sir, did the wife go to save her husband because she got to know the situation, or did she just like she didn't even know the situation, what had happened, and just like went there?
She was seeing the situation, and then when she realized that this is the time when her husband is going to be killed, then out of natural sympathy and wanting to protect him, she went to request.
No, because sir, that time you said that the wife didn't know the situation. She was thinking why her husband is so angry.
No. I said, why my husband is unnecessarily getting angry. She knew the situation. She was seeing the situation.
Okay.
And when her husband was about to be killed, that's when she eventually acted.
And sir, I have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
Manya, sir, and the third friendship she had said, right?
Yeah.
I forgot the name of
Supala.
Supala Snehata. That one, sir, even Draupadi and Krishna had, sir. That also led to very good, because when Draupadi was getting harassed in the court by Karna and Duryodhana, Krishna came to save her. He didn't leave her like, no, she's just a friend. I have better friend. She's okay. We are only doing it to. I'm only helping to the Pandavas. He helped her, and that led to goodness.
Sure. So we can learn that, a selfless cry, a selfless devotion is what helps. So the bhakti of Draupadi is what we can realize from that story. Very nice. Correct. Thank you very much, Anya. Thank you.
And sir, it's already 8 o'clock.
Yes, I know that. Sampriti has raised her hand. After listening to her, let us conclude today's session. Yes, Sampriti.
Sir.
Yes.
I just have a question, sir.
Yes.
Manya was telling the 3 types of friendship.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the first one. Can you repeat it?
Anya, do you want to repeat?
Yeah, sure. So the first kind of friendship is the Vipala friendship, which is a complete failure to both the individual and to the society. So in Mahabharata, we found the instance of friendship, Vipala friendship, in between Drona and King Drupad, who is the father of Draupadi.
Yeah.
So we saw that during their childhood in the Gurukul, they were very good friends, and how the king promised his friend, like, I will always stand by your side. I'll help you after I become the king. But once they grow up, the ego between them as a king and how he shouldn't be talking to others, it increased as his kingdom also increased, and his subjects, they started appreciating him. So this ego clashes once. So he disrespected Drona. So Drona didn't forget that, and he kept it in his mind, and he seeked for revenge. Now again, Drupad wants to seek revenge by giving birth to Drishtadyumna and Draupadi. So this keeps on going on and on and on till the end of Mahabharata, when ultimately this friendship leads to the death of both of them in the war. like how Drona dies by Drishtadyumna's hand, and how later on, before that, already Drupad had died. So the same way, this kind of friendship leads to badness to the individuals, let alone the society.
Okay. Thank you, Manya.
Welcome, Sampriti.
Very nice. Okay. If there are no more questions, let us end our today's session.